UK media are reporting that the Manchester Arena bomber was rescued from war-torn Libya by the British Navy in 2014, 3 years before he carried out a terror attack at an Ariana Grande pop concert. The atrocity left 22 people dead and dozens more injured. With the details, here's Polly Boyka.
Well, according to media reports here in the UK, 3 years before that deadly attack in Manchester, Salman Abedi had been rescued by the British government from Libya. It was part of an operation to rescue British citizens. He was taken aboard a Royal Navy ship and taken to Malta, from where he reportedly then got a flight back to the UK. And he'd been rescued by the British government, even though he had been under the surveillance of the Domestic Intelligence Agency here, that's MI5. Now, in terms of Abedi's background, he was born in the UK but to Libyan parents, so he was a British citizen. But in 2011, Abedi's parents moved to join the uprising against the government of Muammar Gaddafi. And his father was thought to have been fighting in a terrorist group called the LIFG, the Libyan Islamic Fighting Group. And Abedi was thought to have sort of shuttled back and forth between the UK and Libya for a number of years, but he was thought to have been in Libya in the summer of 2014. And at that point, the civil war had got increasingly violent. And so British officials made this offer to evacuate British nationals from the country. That's how Abedi ended up being rescued. And by the time of his rescue, MI5 had stopped monitoring him, and the implication, therefore, is that he was simply considered safe to return back to the UK. That was reiterated to us by the MOD today. In a statement, they told us that sort of the government inquiry into what led up to the Manchester attack, it found that the decision to stop monitoring Abedi in 2014 was sound on the basis of the information available at the time. And although they didn't mention Abedi by name in this statement to us, they did confirm that the operation to rescue British citizens from Libya in 2014 took place.
During the deteriorating security situation in Libya in 2014, border force officials were deployed to assist with the evacuation of British nationals and their dependents.
And I think what the government has been keen to point out is that that decision to close the case on Abedi in 2014, based on the information they had at the time, the point they're making there is that no one could have known back then that upon his return to the UK, he would go on to start this sort of downward spiral of radicalization that would culminate with that horrific attack at the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester Arena last May.